S.4.G make the hood rich, baby. Alright, I'm gonna speak on this real briefly. The Cassidy and Meek Mills situation. I'm not gonna say that's a beef because you know everybody know it's not no beef. But other than that, just giving a straight up opinion on it. You know what I mean? You know, because of course people's asking me about it, like they're asking a lot of other people's opinions, artists and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put it straight. You know, I'm gonna be straight up all the way 100. For real, like Meek had a better beat. Meek had a better beat when it came to the, you know, if you want to say it on the battling tip as far as tracks. Meek had a better beat. Like I'll forget all that. You know what I'm saying? Who got the most money? Who got the most guns? Who got the most? Who liable to do something if they see each other? Forget all that stuff. We talking lyrically. You know, we talking lyrically. We talking. You know what I'm saying? Bars. We talking. You know what I'm saying? Tracks. That's what we talking, man. You know what I mean? So this is what it is. Meek had a better beat. But other than that, I said I get at the Cassidy though. I get at the Cassidy because the reason why I say this, you know what I mean, ain't no jumping sides and none of that. It is what it is, just truth. You know what I mean? Like I said, Meek had a harder beat. He had a better beat. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Meek joints sound more like all his other raps. You know what I mean? It sound like his intro to his new album. It just sound like what you know, like the rest of his raps. Something. It's like the same. Everything was the same. Everything was the same. But it wasn't nothing like you know how Cassidy's was right to the point, direct. You know what I mean? Everything was direct, clear, and right to the point. It wasn't no you had to listen for something hard or nothing. Everything was directly. You know what I mean? This to you, that to you, that, this. Even though Meek was saying direct stuff, he was saying direct stuff too. You know what I mean? But he's like, he'll bounce back to my rollie this and my this. You know, ain't no sign of hate over here. I'm happy for the boy. You know what I mean? Because he keeps screaming about it. So, you know, I'm happy for the boy. You know what I mean? To be able to finally experience it. But it just is what it is. Like, that's not hip-hop. That's not rap. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's like, you know, it's about skill. You look at all the top battles. You know what I mean? You look at what really a battle is. These dudes may do a lot of screaming each other's face, but when it all comes down to it, lyricalness is what matters. You know what I mean? What should be really mattering, and that's what matters. You know what I mean? Screaming about how much money you got is not going to matter. If anything, it's about winning the crowd. You know what I mean? Emotionally, like, you know, people believing in you, what you're saying, your delivery. But overall, all that though, like I was saying, it seemed like Cassidy's was more direct, more straight to the point. You know what I mean? And like I said, if he had a beat like the one Meek went in on, that'd have been crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. If he'd have had one of them type beats, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Other than that, yeah, I'll get at the Cassidy though, man. Like, I mean, it's what it is. Plus, on top of that, I got to tip my hat to Cassidy that he goes hard. You know what I mean? He can also go hard for God. You know what I mean? Meek got his little Jones in there, like little stuff he may say. You know what I mean? Like that. That's the Meek I always liked. You know, my mom going through it. I mean, I got to feed my mom, my family. That's why I supported him. When I always, you know, that's why that was one of the main reasons why I supported Meek and was behind him and pushing him because of raps like that. It wasn't about no, you know what I mean, I'm a killer or bricks or all that. It wasn't about that. It was about, you know, I'm trying to eat, trying to get my family fed, you know, stuff like that, straight to the heart stuff, man. But other than that, I gotta give Cassidy props on that, man. He not ashamed to go hard on God. Then how he came back at him on that note. I couldn't believe like how Meek said in the rap where he said, you turn to Christ like Tebow. You know what I mean? And then they gonna say that ain't gonna work. That'll get you murked. How you gonna say that? That was like out of pocket right there. I wasn't feeling that at all. I'm gonna speak the truth. I wasn't feeling that at all. Like same way as he got a right to say what he want out of his mouth. You know, he can say whatever he want out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Same way I got a right to speak on that.
Turn to Christ.
Again, that'll get you murked. No, it won't get you murked. Come on, man. Like that's lame. Come on. It is what it is, man. But then I like how Cassidy came right back at him. that hurt him right. I'm sorry. He said, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, everybody know I turned to Christ like Tebow. He said, but what he say in jail is the only time I ever been around a CO. You know what I mean? That was crazy. Flipped it right back on there. That's lyricalness. That's lyricalness. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Just go to show, man. You know what I mean? It's well, yeah. I tip my Cassidy on that. Cass got him on that. You know what I mean? Cass got on that. I'm gonna speak truth, man. I'm not no bandwagon cat. I'm not gonna ride. This ain't no because, you know what I mean, publicity or none of that stuff. I'm not riding with nobody just because how much money you got, fan base, or none of that. You know what I mean? I'm not riding with nobody just because that. If anything, I'm a ride with somebody because I like their music coming from the heart. You know what I mean? I love music coming from the heart, like my boy Santos. You know what I mean? Yeah, we killing them on YouTube with that. You know what I mean? F.E.A.T.H. You know what I mean? Shout out to Santos. But like artists like Santos, N.H. You know what I'm saying? I mean, straight from the heart, man. Straight from the heart, MCs. That's what I like. I like people that come straight from the heart. You know what I mean? And other than that, don't get me wrong. I like that money talk. I like that money talk. Who don't want to hear get money talking? Who don't want to hear that? And I got a lot of tracks coming up. You gonna hear that? You know what I mean? I talk money too, and you hearing in my raps. I talk about hustling and getting to that paper and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted because you rap God and all that. It don't mean you can't rap about money. You be a fool to think you got to be broke to praise God. Come on now. Please, you got to twist it. Jesus wasn't broke. He wasn't poor. He went to people and said, you rich, now follow me. Come on now. It is what it is. Now, ain't nobody want to need for nothing when they was with Jesus. What's wrong with you, man? But it just is what it is, man. Like I said, I tip my hat to Cassidy on that. And I feel like he should really take a very major advantage of this. You know what I mean? As far as going hard for God, man. That's where you got him at. You know what I mean? Keep going hard for God. Hopefully, in the long run, you know what I mean, we can put something together. I wasn't really going to speak on that because before this mess with him and Meek, I was going to reach out to him anyway because he did a joint. My man C. Grand, shout out to C. Grand. And actually, C. Grand put him on the track that he did with me and put him on the track. You know what I mean? It's Me Again joint. He threw him at the end of that joint. But I was hiring my man C. Grand about him. You know what I mean? Plus I know one of Cassidy homies, I was locked up with him. You know what I mean? But times I hired at Cass, like that's when I was locked up. And he was staying in the cell. He had a suit on and was like, you know, busting up with everybody in CJC. You know what I mean? That was a minute, Cass. I know you remember that. He was standing up against the wall with a suit on, busting up with everybody in the prison cell. You know what I mean? And that was a minute ago. I think that was before his accident. I think so. I think he was running that case with ARA. Because plus he wasn't as you know, he gained a little weight. He was slim then. He had a suit on. You know what I mean? Other than that, when I was smoking weed, I used to buy weed off him in the hood. You know what I mean? A lot of people used to buy weed on Cassidy. Like he really is a hustler, like he say. You know what I mean? But other than that, like I said, you know, y'all already know I've been supporting Meek. You know what I mean? But truth is truth, man. Like, he won that battle. I say Cass won that battle. Like I said, I salute him on that going hard for God, man. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to that in the long run. You know what I mean? Me and Cass put something together. I'm telling you, they don't want to see that. Go hard for God together, man. It is what it is, man. But I feel as though he need to just go harder with that. You know what I mean? Because they need that in the game. You know what I mean? They don't have. It's not too many people that's willing to step out in faith and go hard for God like that and hold it down, and then going against somebody like Meek that got a lot of followers and believers in him talking, you know, the guns and everything that he taught. Even though Meek can be versatile and bounce back and forth sometime, you know what I mean? But just point blank period. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been seeing a lot of versatility for real. I've been seeing more about just, you know, my rollie and my money and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? But it just is what it is. To each his own. But I'm gonna tip my hat where it's at. And what I think about Cassidy, when he did go at Meek, and the times they went back and forth, Cassidy both times put God in there. He could have just, oh, F this, I got the guns, I got my peoples, I got all this and that. He could have just rocked out on that instead. And the mess of him, you still hear him going hard for God. You still hear him speaking, you know what I'm saying? That's what the game needs right now. Somebody being straight up honest with themselves. Because you're not gangbanging over breakfast. You're not waking up with 2 gats on you. And it's like, even if you is, still, like, hey, come on, man. Like, come on. And then you turn around and say you for the kids. And you for the kids and all this stuff. But then yet, come on, man. It's not ain't no real role models out here for these kids out here. Keep doing it like you're doing it for God. And keep going hard on that, man. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Me and you do a banger for God. You know what I mean? For Jesus. It is what it is, man, because it's the time right now. Everybody had their little devil sign time. It's the time right now. Keep going hard, man. I like what you're doing, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I would like to see Meek and Cassidy, get together and just go hard and put that flavor together. Meek explain his points. You know what I mean? He speak his gutter stuff, and then Cassidy come in, and he coming in with the spiritual. That'd be a nice combination. You know what I mean? I really don't want to see them brothers beefing or not. That's why I didn't call it no beef. I don't even look at it as no beef. That's the situation, man. You know what I mean? But the reason why I say it's good for hip-hop, the reason why I say it's good for rap right now, because Cassidy is representing more than just, he's not just talking no guns and all that stuff. He's representing God. You know what I mean? He's representing God. He may still curse a little something and this and that. You know what I mean? Hey, I changed. You know what I mean? But I still go hard. But I did it in a certain way, and I'm pretty sure I think he's gonna get there because I like the way he hold down Jesus no matter what. Still maintaining his fans, still maintaining being a hustler, because that's the same thing that I'm doing, showing people that just because you go hard for God don't mean that he fell off or he's crossing over. It's been who I am. Now I'm pretty sure Cassidy's saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was always in my heart, but and I know you feel good to let it all the way out because a lot of them. They be going to church on the DL or be praying on the DL, but then they sell. That's another way of selling your soul. Then get on the camera and all this rolly and that's all you know, and want to disrespect God in your raps. Come on, man. It's like, how can you sleep at night like that? Like, what you bitter about? Why you mad at? And then I'm getting tired of keep hearing everybody screaming, hating, you mad, hater. Who's hating? I think you hate yourself. Where you hate? Who's your hater? If everybody's supposed to be so behind you, why you always screaming hater and you mad? Who are you taunting? Who are you? Come on, man. It's a lot of people just happy they can rest at night and they got their family and they got food on the table. Like they ain't. You know what I mean? Come on, man. A lot of these dudes, they be their own hater. They be hating themselves because they really don't like themselves. You know what I mean? They front for everybody, and that money and all that don't give you pure peace. Don't get me wrong. Money can make you happy. Like, don't get me wrong. But it's like, after a while, you gonna either want money, want to enjoy that money with somebody, or, you know what I mean? It just don't stop there. Don't get me wrong, you need money out here in this world. You need money. But it just is what it is, man. It's not, it's a whole lot more than that. It's a lot of people got millions and all that than Kurt Cobain. Kurt, what's the boy that shot himself in the head? You know what I mean? The rock and roll boy. You know what I mean? Nevada. From Nevada. That was the joint, Nevada back in the day. The rock and roll group shot himself in the head, you know what I mean? With a shotgun or whatever. There's a lot of people that commit suicide, stuff like that, where you be like, Dad, they got this money. They at the time, the prime of their life. Why would they do something like that? You know what I mean? Because a lot of these people, it just is what it is. You can tell, you can hear the bitterness inside of them. You can hear it inside of them. That these people really ain't happy. You know what I mean? They're really not happy just because they got all this money and the females and all this and that. You know what I mean? They don't have no real peace in their life, no real joy. You know what I mean? I pray that they do. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, you know what I mean? Yeah, just keep going hard for God, Cass. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that you're inspiring Meek at the same time. And like I said, y'all put that thing together, that'd be a crazy bomb. That'd be a crazy bomb in the long run. You know what I mean? But other than that, you gotta tell the truth, Cass winning. Make the hood rich, baby. F.E.A.T.H. I'm talking faith even after the hate.
when they say they got love for you, but it turned into hate. I'm talking faith even after the hate. Let's get it.